Second 11 Young Player of the Year, James Osborne. From turning up to field for us in week 1 to keeping wicket in week 12, he's been Mr. Dependable, and to mine and many other people's great pleasure, he has improved his cricket beyond all expectations. He's now a solid, clever batsman who's difficult to get out. He's a tricky bowler who knows his game and forces you to hit his best ball if you want to get on top. He must aim to represent the twos on a regular basis next season. Another tricky bowler, that's an understatement, who's represented the twos this season is Ben Dowse. I don't want to say too much about him and steal Brownie's thunder, but I think he knows how highly I rate him and how important it is to me and for us as a club for him to come and play for the Second 11 in August and play for us this season. Thank you, Ben. All of that said, there is unfortunately a standout performer in our ranks who this award has to go to. I personally don't think much of his bowling. It's hard to argue with his skill at the death. He's also shown himself to be a pretty iffy fielder at times, although I know that he has a safe pair of hands when he needs to be. His batting, though, is what puts him head and shoulders above the rest. A self-appointed playful otter has played some classy Oxfordshire, adapting to every situation and attacking or defending or swallowing dots as required. He never gives his wicket away, thinks very hard about the game, and he has a lot of potential as a cricketer. He needs to become less of a tight arse, and he needs to stop saying he's going to play for Walton every time something upsets him. But he's scored 400 runs this season at 35s, and that's a record that can't be argued with. Viv, well done.
Viv.
So for Viv, we have this certificate. Also a pair of pads. These pads have been on quite a journey. They were given to Bakes last year, but they're left-handers. Viv also has the worst pads in club cricket, so lots of boxes ticked for that. What I mate, good man. Okay, nearly finished. Someone else who needs mentioning. Not sure if he fits into the category of young player or not. He's 26. He's played some ones as well, so someone else who needs mentioning is Sam Osborne. Oz, you've brought passion, you've brought skill, you've brought commitment, 3 things which we need, all teams need, and that we need more of. And I have loved seeing you get wound up when people have fielded poorly or an umpire's have been bad decisions, and you want to win. And whether you play for the twos or the ones next year, you'll be a real asset. And Eddie Martin, by far your best +1. You played 5, but he played 12, so 17 for Ed Martin. Well done. Okay, so moving on to Second 11 Player of the Year. There are a number of candidates for this season's crown, not least 2015 winner and spinal member Ed Crow. Ed was the Second 11's leading run scorer, the highlight being his 95 against Marriott shot. But he also contributed on many occasions where others did not, be it due to the quality of the bowling or the difficulty of the conditions. And this is a mark of his value to the team. Despite this being his 15th season at the club, I hope I'm not naive in saying he's far from calling it a day. He still places a big price on his wicket, he offers a useful bowling option when we aren't inundated with youth, and he is a big ally for me on and off the field. Thank you, Ed. Jamie Ponte is another player who deserves mentioning, mainly for his incredible century in week 1, a knock that is widely regarded by anyone who's there as the best Second 11 innings they've ever seen. Although he wasn't able to hit those heights again, he suffered a couple of injuries and got triggered first ball by Danny Anders, he's still an integral part of the squad, maybe it was out, and his underrated bowling and reliable fielding will also be crucial in the seasons to come. I've already mentioned Neil Meadows' contributions, but I want to make a point of saying how important he is. I think the most impressive aspect of Medsy's game is his fitness. He runs as hard as anyone between the wickets, he bowls his overs quickly and efficiently. At 49 years old, he's clear evidence that age is not a barrier to playing. Lots of the team recognise that by voting. However, in probably the closest call in history, he wins by 1 vote. 2017 Second 11 Player of the Season is Ali Robinson, who perhaps as a microcosm of his season and of his cricket isn't here to accept the Ali is a remarkable bowler. His run-up is bewildering, his action looks uncomfortable, and he rolls out tedious medium pace at best. Regardless, he has serious control, consistently bowls probing away swings with the odd ball sent down with a scrambled seam, and he regularly takes big wickets in big games. He averaged 13 with the ball, he went at less than 3 and over, Although his once famed batting somewhat fallen by the wayside, he's still a more than handy lower order hitter, and I hope we might see more than his usual 6 to 8 games a season in 2018, because if we did, we'd be guaranteed a lot of wickets. Well done to Ali and to everyone who was in the running this season. Okay, finishing up. I want to say a huge thank you to Mr. Richard Curtis. When I joined this cricket club, the first thing I was told, actually I won't tell you the first thing I was told, the second thing I was told is don't play off the back foot. Now when people join this club, you don't have to say anything. He has done and continues to do a phenomenal job, consistently preparing great wickets for all teams. There's something in them for everyone, but gone are the days of people being bowled off a ball that's pitched halfway down. Add to that, he is a great bloke. Rich, you may recall me complaining about the threes wicket earlier this year, saying it was too bouncy and flattered the bowlers who bowled on it. I think that's a sign of how far you've taken our round. We'll do this after. We've got this, and I've got a hoodie for you as well. Oh, it's hoodie, so big news.
Up you go.
Well, the hoodie's not here, mate, because you've hidden it. So.
Yeah, get the gift up there.
Out of nowhere. Top man. Thanks, Rich. Before I wrap up, I want to make it clear to Ed Crow, who's here, Tom Hunter, who isn't, Guy Baker, who is, Jamie Ponty, who isn't, and Neil Meadows, who's somewhere in Scotland, how grateful I am for their support throughout this season. They've all been valuable allies during what at times has been a really tricky year. Regardless of whether they're having a good day individually or not, they back their teammates up and they want to win. This is the vital ingredient. Successful teams need winners. Their competitiveness is second to none. We're very fortunate to have them, and I sincerely hope we will all continue to play next season and beyond. I want to conclude by saying a collective thank you to everyone who has made and continues to make playing cricket at Dean Road such an enjoyable and memorable experience. There are too many other contributors to this club for me to list, but you all know who you are. It doesn't matter if you've roped in a player, given someone a lift, helped set up the boundaries, cleaned the dishes, written a match report, bowled a match-winning spell, or spent some quality time in changing room 9. In many ways, it is completely unthinkable that a Mancunian risk assessor, a Trinidadian insurance broker, a motorbike riding lad from Caterham, and an army of the travelling community could consistently spend their Saturday nights with a bunch of people from different generations who have nothing but Hampton School in common. But that is the magic of Dean Road. Having been all over the county this summer, I can say that when the chips are down, we more than hold our own against the richest and most powerful clubs around. This is a cricket club which prides itself on its togetherness despite its diversity, its ambition despite its challenges. And to say it has become a significant part of my life would be a gross understatement. I have become addicted to this environment of heavily concentrated orange squash, chicken tikka sandwiches, buttered malt loaf. You can all be proud of what you've done already and what you'll do in the future for this cause at this most exciting of times. This group that we're all a part of is unique, and I'm honoured to be a part of it. Long may it continue. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the night.